Alright, we're getting ready to leave out. We're headed to Guntersville, Alabama. Got everything hooked up and ready to pull out. Just saying, probably not a smart idea to eat crystals right before you leave out on a road trip. For you folks up north that don't know what crystals is, that's the same as White Castle. But anyways, we're going to go for it. It's only about a 2-hour drive. We'll hang it in there and we'll get her done.
This horizon, it's shining. Seems the daylight knows this is our time now. Where we're going, these dreams we're holding. Oh, and now we know it. All the world is ours to take. You and me will find a way. Oh, the wonder that awaits. Here we are, forever starts today.
This is the first time we've actually been able to hook up to our camper in the driveway and hook up all the anti-sway bars and everything else. Loving the new shorter camper. This is awesome. And then while we was hooking up, we was outside and heard a beep, and so we came inside to check it out. And what it was, obviously we always keep our fridge on auto, so it'll automatically switch to gas whenever we unplug the electricity. But one thing to keep in mind is whenever you do that, if your travel trailer's been sitting any length of time, the gas in the line will go dead. And so ours has been sitting about 30 days, and so that's what it was. The easiest way to rectify that quickly is to light your stove. And so what we always do is whenever we get dead gas in line, we come in here and we turn our stove top on and we'll light a burner. As soon as that burner's on, you can flip it right back off, come back over here, turn your fridge back on, and it'll automatically light up and switch to gas. But our other camper did not have an audible alarm. It just had the flashy light. And so this one was awesome because, I mean, we would have double checked it anyways, but we actually heard it outside the camper and knew, hey, there's a problem inside. So loving the new camper. And just saying, guys, we have got the best site. We're the first site right on the lake.
You're welcome. My lucky number 13.
Yes, we are on site G13 here at Guntersville State Park. We got lucky. We booked this campsite. We didn't book it too far in advance. We only booked it like a month ago. But man, it is gorgeous out here. In case you're wondering what happened, we had everything all set up. We was all nice and comfy. I decided to come out here and take a picture for Instagram, and of course, you know, wanted the perfect picture, so I went to close the door and didn't realize Kimberly had latched the door so the wind wouldn't blow it closed. And so when I pushed on the door, it kind of pulled the latch out of socket.
Kimberly to the rescue.
But luckily, we had our drill with us, so it's just a simple matter of unscrewing it, putting it back on there, good as new.
Ta-da!
Kimberly's getting shots of this bird up here on the top of this tree. We're not sure if it's a hawk or maybe a juvenile bald eagle, but we actually got shots on the DSLR earlier where he was actually flew out and caught a fish, and we got some great shots, at least we think we did. we'll know for sure once we download them. But just looking at them on the camera, we actually got where the water droplets, and you can see the fish in his talons. It's pretty cool. We'll have to piece all that together on the video. Shooting here on the Osmo, I don't have zoom capability, so I can't really zoom in and get a good shot, so I know it's probably hard to see in this video. But at one point there was another little bird, must have a nest in this tree, so it kept buzzing this big bird and kind of picking on him and making him change limbs and stuff. It was pretty funny. It was pretty obvious this big guy here was just hanging out of fire watching for a fish, and as soon as he saw him, he just swooped down, grabbed him, came right back up there, and he's been eating ever since. Wildlife at this campground has just been amazing. We went out last night and met up with some friends in town, and got to see multiple deer on the way out and on the way in, and then this big fella here today catching a fish. It's just an amazing campground right here on the lake. I mean, we just got so lucky to wind up here. This has by far been one of our favorite. But again, this is Guntersville State Park in Guntersville, Alabama, right here on Lake Guntersville. You guys check it out. They got a pretty good website that shows where all the campsites are, how everything lays out. They've actually got cabins here. They've got a big resort up here on top of the mountain. Got a lodge, and then 18-hole golf course. It's pretty amazing up there. And like I say, it's supposed to be one of the best bass fishing lakes around. There's been lots of boats out here today doing some fishing, but our little bird friend here is putting them to shame, catching them. Here's a little picnic pavilion just right down from where our campsite is. Again, right here on the water. Very, very nice rock work on it. And you can reserve these for, you know, parties, birthday parties, whatever, if you're here on a special occasion. It'd be a great place to hang out right here at the water. Have several boat docks over here, so again, if you want to come camping, bring your boat. There's lots of boat dock access. You can put your boat in the water and then just leave it here for your stay.
Good morning, guys. We're here on our last morning at Lake Guntersville State Park in Guntersville, Alabama. We've been here for 2 nights and we have had a great time. We hate to say goodbye, but we're anxious to get home as well. We've learned some really good things on this trip that we will carry forward to some new trips.
Yeah, the big takeaway on this one was when we was camper shopping, we wanted a fireplace. That was one thing I was very adamant about. And not just for looks, I wanted one that actually put off some heat. Because used to what we did, we'd take a little space heater with us to just kind of knock the chill off in the mornings and everything. Well, so happened when we booked this, it was like 70, 80 degrees. But then, you know, this weekend it decided to throw us a curveball and got cold. So it got down into the low 30s. And so rather than running the gas heat, we decided just to turn on the fireplace and let it run. And it did a wonderful job. We never used our gas heat at all. And it's got a thermostat on the fireplace, so we set it for like 70 degrees, and it kept the camper nice and toasty the whole time we was here. Never had to use any gas, so that's a money saver. It
was fantastic. Our only little takeaway from that is last night, for just a little bit of time in the night, the power had blipped and gone out. We woke up a little bit chilly. The fireplace had gone off while the power was out and had not come back on automatically, which is a safety feature. But it was a little bit cool. So in the future, we will set our thermostat to have the heat come on, and we'll just have it a little bit cooler than the fireplace so that it'll only come on if needed.
Yeah. And again, we're here at Lake Guntersville. Check out the rates here. We paid like $28 a night for this time of year. I don't think it would go much higher than that even in peak season. We might be just a little out of peak season, but maybe not, because we're right here at leaf changing season, and you know, we're in the mountains, so some campgrounds actually go up during that season. So just check it out. We thought it was very affordable, $28 a night. Spent a couple of nights here. The one other thing I want to mention, you know, when we got here right about the time 5 or 6 other campers got here at the same time yesterday. And it just so happened every single one of them was all right here in the same area. And so we was kind of lined up waiting on each other.
We had a little traffic jam.
And I just want to throw it out there. It's easy. There was a guy in a fifth wheel that was kind of at the front of the pack. He was the first one to pull in, and so then he had 4 people behind him waiting on him. And I know how that can put pressure on you. And his wife was even like, we're trying to hurry. Just please be patient. It's like, hey, take your time, because the last thing you want to do is when you're hooking or unhooking, setting up, is rush. Because when you rush, you're going to forget something, you're going to make mistakes, and it's very easy for it to be a costly mistake on an RV.
For sure.
And so, everybody here was very patient. They was, nobody was pressuring anybody. We just got out of the trucks and just kind of, matter of fact, several people even helped the other ones back in. The fifth wheel dimension was in a very tight spot, the way he had to go around a tree, and there just happened to be a power pole there where he was. And so everybody's pitched in and helped everybody out, and that's one thing I love about the RV lifestyle is we always run into friendly people. But just always remember, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And so don't get in a rush. Take your time. Go down your checklist. If you don't have a checklist, make a checklist. But it's because you don't want to forget anything. You get one thing out of order, and then you forget to go back and check that one thing, and then it causes some damage or something. You never want that when you're out camping.
Well, and it's like in construction. They say measure twice, cut once. Camping is very similar. Take your time, pay attention to everything that you're doing, because mistakes can be very costly or even dangerous.
Yep. And, safety first, always. Guys, we appreciate you tuning in every week. We know we've kind of switched to some RV stuff now. We hope you enjoy it. We've got some more exciting trips coming up. We're actually going to hit Fort Wilderness here in about another month. We've had our reservations for well over a year there, and we're so excited to bring you that. We love Fort Wilderness. So make sure you're tuning in every week. We release a new video every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you're tuning in and see our latest adventures.
Yep. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. And if we're giving you any content that you really like or that helps you out any, hit that like button and share it with your friends. We'd like to get our content out to as many people as we can help as possible.
Yeah, and we met a couple of great other families here this weekend, so we look forward to meeting you out on the road maybe.
Stay tuned.